Hey yo, this is another video, so let's go. All right, I wanted to speak on this. Um what I wanted to speak on is the whole like a situation. Um we don't look at a person's art, we just look at it as entertainment. So I would say so when Kanye had the song Power or the music video Power, I knew that was something different about the video. It was so short, but it didn't get into the progression of the song at all. But that's one thing I really remember at that time. He was performing at the BET Awards. One thing I really remember that year, it stuck out to my mind, and like he had all red on at the top of that mountain, and he performed Power. That image stayed in my mind since I was the years when it came out. You know, I didn't even really get into the album until years later. At that time, I was like, when I saw the imagery of him on top of that mountain, dressed in all red, it was just something different. But the mountains were in black shadow, and his clothing he was wearing is in red, black and red, as in the Moriscos, giving teaching the 16 universities of Salamanca, the 16 universities in Europe. They had to teach them in order for us to get this information now. So I'm gonna be trying to stay on task, but like people say, it's just a connection, like having a octopus. I have 8 tentacles instead of just 2 arms. So I'm gonna be pulling in different things that make sense, and so y'all can understand, so we all can get an understanding of what's going on. So with Kanye, the whole music video of Power. Now, if you look at his necklace, the necklace he's wearing is of the Horus of the Hawk of Heru, or the Falcon of Horus, or the Falcon of Heru, or the Hawk of Horus, and also the eagle, which is synonymous and over to the into North America or the U.S. So they're all the same birds, but also our ancestors knew we were going to be traveling to a new land far, far away, just like with the whole Highlander thing. So I was put on to this by master teacher Bobby Hemmett. He's not my master. When people think about it, you always, when they say that, you're supposed to be master of self. So he learned to master self. When somebody says they're a master teacher, they're not master of anyone else. They learn to master themselves. So with the whole thing with Kanye, him having the hawk of or the falcon, or it was like at that time in the Egyptian mythology or Kemetic mythology, it would be more likely be the hawk. So that's why he had the hawk head as a necklace. So fast forward, he had the album called Yeezus, and he kept saying, I remember watching the interview. He kept saying Jesus and Jesus so much in that interview. But I was like, if you watch that video years prior, that's like, but Horus is looked at as in another mythology or the Bible as in Jesus. So they tuning. So that's why that video didn't really only got like one verse and not the whole song. So we just, everything they give to us visually, we leave it at that. We don't look into what he was. It was like a whole mythological thing, drama unfolding. If you watch the whole Power video towards the end, there's a whole mythological. He's just coming through the door and watching all this transpire. But we looking at it as, what Kanye doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's, I didn't have to get into mythology. And then I look at, that's like one of my favorite Kanye West songs, as in production wise, how it's the changes towards the end. Actually, that album is probably my favorite, one of my favorite Kanye albums. So, but yeah, I was looking at that video again recently before I did this video, and I was like, wow. I was like, man, I look back, I knew it was something different about that video years prior, but he only got one verse. But he had a whole. I didn't get it was like a movie. I heard. I didn't get to see that before, but like all those videos were getting put in that way. But so let's fast forward. So we're looking at it as Jesus, and he keeps saying Jesus and Jesus, whatever. He's like, I love Jesus. So like when he's saying that, he's actually saying something actually more ancient. So he's actually saying. So he gave you a representation. He's the representation of Horus. But Horus, he fights his uncle Set or Seth. And so when he does that, he actually gains that power. He gains that power too also. So he got to gain the dark energy. So if you look at the progression, if you look at Donda was his last album, Donda is actually giving veneration to Tiamat, or the Great Mother. So the Tiamat, Lilith. So all these different female, so he's progressing and he's showing us in another way. But if we're not able to break it down, so you can look up these mythologies, and if we're not able to understand what's going on around us, that whole thing with Trump or President Trump, I've never had a president since 2010. I told myself to be my own president since then. So, but it's representation of the outside of the inside. So if Trump is like the chaos president, so that's what he damn near, like, because everything was going on, like it was showing us you can damn near do anything down here. It's only an illusion. It's all about what you can get away with, and now that's what I'm learning, over time. So this is all an illusion. So you have to take advantage of the illusion around you, and not let the illusion become stronger or bigger than you, because it'll swallow you up and you will be lost in the cell. So I have no religion. I study everything. Highly melanated people, so-called black people, created all mythologies. So when I always read mythologies, they always say ancient. We're the only people you can find on every continent that have different types of dark phenotypes, but everybody else looks different everywhere else. So it just goes to show you, even if you're taking out the people in Tasmania and also in Ireland. So you can look that up too, the pygmies. But yeah, also, but I wanted to bring that up because this whole thing with the whole how everything is changing course with him and the whole situation that's transpiring with him doing a concert with a different artist that had none of the same views. They would go back and forth, but you gotta remember, Horus has to get to that level of the ancient, but that artist he's actually going against, and they're trying to bring them together. What if, well, anyway, everybody knows what's going on, but I'm just saying, like, in my mind, I was looking at it like this. What if that, like, because you got to think, he was there at that artist that he's doing a new show with, Drake, or Aubrey, I'll just call him Aubrey. Aubrey, he's doing a show with him. You got to think, that's like Drake or the dragon or Draconis. He's not, no, you got to think is, he's trying to place himself in that realm for that, but he's not that. So the thing is, this is all energies that's going on inside of you. They're trying to place this drama of mythology in front of you. Because I look at the star Draconis, Orion's Belt, and the star Sirius makes a dragon. But Horus is supposed to gain that energy, and they place Drake supposedly on that, as in figuratively, in that spot of the dragon, which is not the case, but we'll just go with it. So it's gonna be hard. Like, if you rewind this and try to look these mythological characters up I just named, you will be able to get the gist of what I'm talking about. So I know they're supposed to be doing like a show for Larry Hoover. So those are the proceeds supposed to go to. But there's something different and more about this that's going on. So, and you know, Jay Prince had to step in and try to make something. It's not what we think it is, but there's a way to change things. And that's why I tell you, in my mind, they have to fool the masses in order to get something across. And what if that energy was taken? So that's all I can say. That energy will what if that energy is taken? But in due time, I was just, I don't know, man, like how a lot of things is happening. They're trying to they'll place it in a certain way in order for people to have a reasoning. Say, oh, there's nothing behind this. It's always just entertainment. But it's way more than that. It's another realm trying to come in, that it is going to come in. And they're trying to stop another realm from coming in. It's changing of the tides. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to say anything else. That's me speaking in code and leaving it alone. But 1212, 144.